This one is from Peter Obi to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, this one is from Peter Obi directly to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says, in November 2022, while campaigning in Delta State, the then APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu, now the president, berated the other presidential candidate, Peter Obi. He was ashamed to call his name, saying, "Na statistics we go chop. All I want is to put food on the table of Nigerians." Now, 2 years into his 4 years tenure, Nigeria is classified as one of the hungriest nations in the world, with millions of Nigerians not knowing where their next meal will come from. President Tinubu is now overfeeding Nigerians, note, with wrong statistics, from wrong unemployment figures, wrong inflation figures, and now GDP rebasing, all to put a positive spin on our deteriorating economic and household conditions. Governance is not a rocket science. It is not a gamble. Like I've always reiterated, it requires sincerity of purpose, character, competence, capacity, and compassion. A new Nigeria is possible. Now, this one that P2B carry violence come this morning, this early morning, carry violence on the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see, the obedient movement, they are expecting a tough, a hard, and outspoken P2B. That is what the obedient movement are expecting from P2B. You know, so many people say P2B is, the guy is not, is too silent, is too quiet. There's a name they call P2B, they call him Okute, which means rock or stone in Igbo language. When he was governor of Anambra State, the guy dealt with a lot of people. So when I see people underestimate a P2B, if P2B entered that presidential seat, my brother, you're going to say this guy, as they quiet so, the guy is a tough guy. So the obedient movement have been saying, we want a tougher P2B, like the Showore, like Erufai or Wike. He should be tough on the APC. So I don't know whether this is the reason why he's coming this morning, saying that Tinubu is giving Nigerians wrong statistics. We know that Tinubu mocked P2B during the campaign in 2023. He mocked P2B. Say, now statistics we go chop. Even APC influencers were using it as banter. But now it is the same Tinubu. Every now and then, they are relying on statistics. They have rebased and rebased and rebased our GDP. Manufacturers as share of Nigeria, man, has told the federal government that, see, all this your rebasing does not reflect the true reality on ground. It is on the newspaper this morning. The APC now is getting attacks from P2B and the coalition. Now, just recently, the coalition is saying that anybody that rig, the person will just die. Rig and die. I don't know. See, 2027, if Nigeria would survive politically, any political from the APC and the ADC, because there are only two factions in Nigeria today. P2B might be standing in the middle, but he needs a coalition to even unseat anybody from the APC. APC is a well-structured, from the way I see it, criminal organization, very cooperative, very well-structured, because of the power and the influence and the money that is passing through hands. So people are loyal and they are obedient to the structure. So it's only a coalition that can beat the APC. So this one at P2B is running left, right, center. You see, these guys are cooking so many things that we don't know. Tomorrow, he might just come out and say, I'm for the coalition, or P2B is the presidential candidate. Everything is just going zigzag. When I knew that Labour Party is not serious, when they gave 48-hour ultimatum to P2B that he should blah, blah, blah. 48-hour pass, Labour Party never still do anything. That means these guys, they are cooking something under. So let's look at the arguments or the attack on the Tinubu. If you're watching this broadcast, please, I just want you to comment. Is Tinubu overfeeding Nigerians with wrong statistics? Let's start from there. I know that the APC, we know them from propaganda. How did they get into power? Propaganda. Well, the reality is, if I may be fair to Tinubu, it is not easy to fix Nigeria. And before you see anybody fix Nigeria, my brother, you will go through a lot of hurdles. Man, Nigeria is unfixable, I tell you. Nigeria is not fixable. So anybody that, even though it's P2B that is there, he will get the same number of attacks that a Tinubu is getting now. But I don't see Tinubu fixing Nigeria, personally. I just see him as somebody that can attempt to restructure the country. With the enormous power he has now, he's in control. He's almost in total control of the National Assembly. Like I said the other time, 3 seats for the APC to have to third. If they are going to take any decision in the Senate, to third of the majority have their way. APC is just 3 seats away. This week and next week, you will see magic will happen. This week, next week, APC will even get to a point whereby they will have total control of the House. And most presidents have not enjoyed this privilege. It's just like an authoritarian civilian system of governance, whereby the president is in control of the National Assembly. Usually, you know what Saraki did to Buhari. The National Assembly have the powers to incapacitate the president. They have a way of making sure the president does not do some certain things. That's why I say a P2B presidency, P2B wins the presidency. It doesn't play the politics of winning the House over, because, like I said, this democracy we are practicing, it is not meant for us Africans. It is a confused system. A system that will just make us be running round. You are the president now. You can't take decisions. Then in a multi-ethnic society, which Northern Nigeria is larger, Northern Nigeria, the whole of North. Let's just lump Middle Belt together, the whole of the North. They will be the majority in the House, but you are the president, maybe from the South. If they not say no, my brother, you have problems. 2/3 majority. So this multi-dimensional, so democracy, man, when the majority have their say, every other person will have nothing. I know human beings are selfish. So how are we running such a system in Africa? We had system that we had in place, and it's not democracy. Not even Republican system that's been practiced in Igbo land. So it is going to be very hard for a Tinubu to even... It seems like the obedient people, they are waking up. Maybe they are pushing Obi to start hitting at some... There's some critical things the APC is not doing that the coalition can use against him. But do you think that what would the ADC do differently? I've asked this question. What is different between the APC and the ADC? What is different? Tell me the difference between an Atiku and Tinubu. What are they going to do differently? See, my case I'm making is that Nigeria is beyond repair. Okay, somebody does well. P2B gets into power. Invest in education, invest in infrastructure, invest in electricity, does a lot of cleanup from the system, blah, blah, blah. And you think corruption will not fight back through the National Assembly? Most of your politicians now, how many of them are not criminals? How many of them are not criminals? Do you think that you want to take food from their mouth? You want to take food from their mouth? No, they will come and look you. You do policies that would be disadvantageous to them, and they will not fight back. These guys are diabolical people. These guys are wicked people. These guys are people that are they don't have conscience. So they don't think like a human being. So the way they will react, you think that they will react as normal human beings. You cannot take food from their mouth. So they will fight you. Corruption is eventually going to fight back. If P2B is the president, I wish he is the president. You get? So whatever. So this attack now is very necessary for the APC to tell us how their policies have really affected the life of the average Nigerian. How? This is 2 years, more than 2 years now. How has it affected? Go on the streets and you sample opinions of people. It is just you are selling hope to people. We need hope, we need hope. I understand, we need hope. But when somebody will be spending 21 billion, 65 billion to renovate a house, and you're telling people, suffer, let's suffer. You're using 21 billion to renovate an office where even the vice president refused to stay. He felt like maybe their CCTV cameras, they put it there to monitor him. He went to stay somewhere else. You are spending monies anyhow, and you're expecting people to believe you when you tell them that they should baby steps of pain, tighten your seat belt. Let's suffer for now and reap tomorrow. But while our commonwealth, you are using it, how would APC explain that their policies is really impacting on the lives of an average Nigerian? Now, another big problems that you, as a president, you face is the elite. The elite, these big men, all of them are the same team, my brother. We have a class problem, a class society, the rich and the poor. If you have Yoruba Nation today, if you have Biafra today, now the same thing goes up. Now the same thing will transpire, my brother. It goes up the same way. There's no turning back. There's no looking wherever. So it is clear, very clear, that Nigeria is a problematic country that you cannot deal with. Now, let's assume Atiku wins the election. What will Atiku do differently? Atiku will be say, on a normal sitting, the people will surround them, with in aid and everybody where they align with them. The way Atiku they share money, those people now, if they pounce on the national treasury, they can't borrow, go borrow. They can't blame when they go blame APC. You know when APC got into power, they were blaming PDP. First 3 years of Buhari, you blame PDP, blame. If Atiku enter, with those people, lions and wolves and hyenas, and those dogs, those wild dogs, you know, say all those wild dogs, they chop anything we no good. All those wild dogs will surround Atiku. Go. If they pounce on national treasury, what would they do differently? So that's why we are canvassing for a system that works. Restructuring works for an average Nigerian. So if through, in fact, this is what I'm expecting from the coalition. Hit the APC. Hit them very well. If you are really interested in whatever taking over power from the APC, you hit them where you know good. This attack from a P2B, the coalition will say, when this our brother start this one, it seems like this guy is growing balls. Oh. What can we do now? If you look at the reactions, somebody says everyone will chop these statistics by force now. See how they are changing statistics up and down to lie about their leadership, suffocating Nigerians with statistics. Inflation ratio was manipulated so they can look good. Unemployment computation methodology has been changed so they can look good. Exchange rate was reformed to attempt to look good. Now they have rebased GDP so that the values can look good. Accountants call this book cooking, not bookkeeping. Book cooking. So who is chopping statistics now? Tinubu? Who is chopping statistics now? So this is the question directed at the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know what to say anymore. But all I can say is that the APC has no capacity to give you good governance. The APC, this APC. See, politics is not emotions or whatever. You support APC, that is your choice. Nobody is stopping you from supporting APC. Nobody is stopping you from supporting PDP. Nobody is stopping you from supporting ADC, Labour Party, or whichever party. The point here is that when you look at a party, you look at its history and antecedent, the legacies they've left on ground, the APC that I see constituted, the APC constituted, that started with Buhari, the APC, the elements in APC, and even the ADC, so elements in ADC that left APC, these people are the ones that you are part of the problem, you created the problem, and you're telling us that we should employ you to solve the problem. Nobody should be that. You created the problem, and you're telling us that you will solve the problem. Well, I hope P2B continues in this trajectory. Continue in this manner. Don't stop. Don't stop doing what you're doing. It makes things interesting. We will see a reply from the APC. That one is sure. APC must reply this. I know. See, like I said the other time, the coalition is on attack mode. The coalition, they are not attacking. While the APC is on a defense mode. Usually, everybody wants to attack this. So the coalition, they are confused. The APC, they are not really knowing. You know, when you don't know where to aim at. Because if the APC think like maybe Atiku may not get the ticket, I'm hearing a rumor, I've not confirmed it, about Atiku. Okay, this one, I will not, if it's a southern whatever, I'm good to go. So the APC, they don't know how to hit. So they are on the defense. They are watching. What is the development? They even sent some of their guys go and register for ADC, know what is going on. They have people like, they're just, like when they wanted to use a particular venue Okay, they thought they were using Ada. They just created the Ada party. So that distraction, APC now put their gun. They were aiming at Ada. As they were wasting their bullets at Ada, they had to divert and go to ADC. So the APC, they're as confused as, I don't know. Now, they don't really know where they are going to base whatever it is. So ever since, if I read the comments here, you see a lot of attacks on the APC. Today, APC go... Somebody says, yes, so they are using fake ingredients to prepare the statistics. No be small cookie, no. Now to leave them, make a born, be their mandate. APC runs on propaganda. They are buying yacht, borrowing. Omo, this Tinubu statistics no be here, oh. ICANN is sitting idle while this fraud is going on. I won't be surprised if tribal bigotry hasn't gotten to ICANN and the NBS, National Bureau of Statistics. So when you look at all this stuff, no single one. Let's still continue. This early morning violence, pressed down, shaking together, and running over. I like it. This is an APC person. You know, I love the way the APC are carrying out their propaganda. If somebody is attacking you, you attack what is dear to him. APC person says, you could not build a single school when you were governor. Since government is not rocket science, why didn't you build one? Diversionary tactics. The particular thing is, why giving us statistics, fake one, fake inflation, rebasing GDP to look good. So they now change the narrative and they move towards, you did not build schools now. Why didn't you build schools? You see the way APC is running their show. Hey, okay. Another APC person says, when Goodluck Jonathan did rebasing that catapulted Nigeria from GDP of $162 billion to over $500 billion, which made Nigeria Africa's largest economy, you didn't call the rebasing wrong rebasing. Oga Peter, please tell us which one is the right rebasing. Or are you saying that as president, you won't allow NBS to carry out periodic rebasing of the GDP or change base year for computing inflation and update? I don't know if you speak this English, I beg. I understand what they are saying. Normally, well, let the battle continue. Let's see whatever update we will get will alert Nigerians. May God help Nigeria.